Chase McLaughlin lines up for his 39-yarder. The kick is up, and it is good. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers win 38-35, moving on to 4-1. They have defeated a very game Seattle Seahawks, but this game is over. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers win an absolute barn burner of a game and move on to 4-1. Wow. McLaughlin with a stomach illness coming into this game. Look at that. As soon as he kicks it, he goes in, I win. Calling ball game, by the way. McLaughlin gets the win on his flu game, and the Bucs win another one to move on to 4-1. Wow. Let's talk about this, okay? Let's break this down as much as possible. Firstly, talking about the offense. Baker Mayfield was phenomenal today. 29 of 33, 379 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, only sacked once today. Okay? He played an absolutely phenomenal game, really tore up a weakened defense of the Seattle Seahawks. The Bucs defense didn't play much better, by the way. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Mayfield was absolutely electric today. Looked like one of the top quarterbacks in the league. That's against a defensive-minded head coach, by the way, in Mike McDonald over there in Seattle. So Mayfield was electric. Rachaad White deserves a lot of praise today. 14 carries, 41 yards, 2.9 yards per carry, which does not sound great, but 2 rushing touchdowns in there. He also had 4 catches for 30 yards on 4 targets today. So a 70 scrimmage yard game and 2 touchdowns for Mr. White today. Looked good, in my opinion. Looked really, really good. We didn't see a lot of Sean Tucker today. He had 3 carries for 3 yards. He had 3 catches for -4 yards. So not a lot of play for Sean Tucker today, but that was because Rachaad White was doing a lot of good work. The offensive star of the day was Emeka Egbuka. 7 catches on 7 targets, 163 yards, 1 touchdown, a long catch of 57 yards today. He looks like the offensive rookie of the year so far. He's probably going to get 1,000 yards this season. I mean, heck, he's almost halfway there. He's almost halfway there, everybody. So he is going to get, a very, very legitimate chance to be the rookie of the year this year, offensive rookie of the year. He had his best game of his career so far today. Cade Otton had his best game of the season as well. 4 catches for 81 yards on 5 targets. He looked great. Also, rookie Tez Johnson stepped up tremendously today as well. 4 catches on 4 targets for 59 yards. He did very good. Cannot forget about the touchdown to Sterling Shepard, the late game touchdown that tied up this football game. Shout out to Shep. He is still a very, very reliable guy. Real quick, guys, I do want to mention shout out to the sponsor of this channel. It is Sleeper. If you guys do use the code MrBucs, you will get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Also, just for signing up, everybody, you get $20 just for signing up. So make sure you guys download the #1 sports app today and enjoy football the way it was meant to be. That is together. Now, we got to talk about the defense, because besides one play, one very, very impactful play at the end of the day, this defense did not play very good, and I do need to mention that and bring it up. The way the game ended is awesome. It does not excuse how most of this game went, though, okay? And we can feel good about the way the game ended, okay? And that can be true, but it is also true that this defense did not play very good today. Sam Darnold was 28 of 34 for 341 passing yards, 4 touchdowns on the day, and 1 interception. We'll talk about that play in a moment. The running game for Seattle, 20 carries for 122 yards and 1 touchdown. They had 6.1 yards per carry today. This defense just did not do well. They didn't. They got ate up any way you want to slice it, okay? Any way you want to slice it. They got absolutely beat up by this Seahawks offense, I should say. Now, the two plays I want to talk about, though. The Bucs did actually have two defensive turnovers in this game today, or two defensive takeaways today. They had a fumble, which was an option play from Jalen Milroe, who checked into the game. He pitched it. Kenneth Walker couldn't handle the pitch, and Tyke Smith recovered it. That's a good play, but was more so Seattle making the mistake than the Buccaneers making a good play. But shout out to Tyke Smith for diving on that fumble. That was a good heads-up play by him. The second play that happened, and I may do a film review about this, I don't know, we'll see, but they needed a little bit of luck here at the end. Sam Darnold, with the game on the line, really, with the game on the line, okay, it is 58 seconds left, 2nd and 1 at Seattle's 32-yard line. It's a tie ball game at this point. Darnold drops back, is blitzed by Antoine Winfield Jr., gets hit as he throws. It bounces off the helmet of Logan Hall, and Lavonte David makes the heads-up play, gets the interception to the Seattle 35-yard line, which then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers run 4 plays, get down to Seattle's 20-yard line, and then Chase McLaughlin hits the 39-yard game winner. And that is great, okay? Little bit of luck there with the Darnold pass bouncing off of Logan Hall's helmet, but it is a very, again, much like in the case of Tyke Smith falling on that fumble, really good job by Lavonte David to have the instincts and the awareness to get that interception. And on that note, talking about the defense, this was far and away Lavonte David's best game of the season so far. 9 total tackles, a tackle for loss, the pass deflection, the heads-up interception in there as well that helped them win the game, was far and away the best game by Lavonte David this season. In terms of the rest of the defense, look, guys did struggle. Kindle Vildor was out there at cornerback, along with Jacob Parrish and Zion McCollum. I thought that all 3 of those guys struggled today. I really do. Jackson Smith and Jigba had 8 catches for 132 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp had 6 catches for 59 yards. Torrey Horton had a touchdown in this game. AJ Barner had 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, this pass defense was pretty rough today. It just was. And I'm looking at Parrish. I'm looking at Vildor. I thought that Winfield had a bad play or two today. There just wasn't many guys who you can say came out and had like objectively good games today defensively. That is what I believe. No sacks today either. They just did not get pressure on Sam Darnold, Hassan Reddick. No sacks. Yaya Diaby, no sacks. The 1 or 2 times they were almost there, they couldn't complete the play, which is a problem that we have had time and time again on this defense. And they just can't get the quarterback down. And that was another example of it today. But the defense had a little bit of luck in their favor, and they had just a couple of instinctual plays, just enough to get this win. Okay, and that's cool. That's cool. And I do credit this defense for, hey, they went out there, they fought. You know, I saw some people say the young cornerbacks fought. Jacob Parrish, McCollum, Kindle Vildor, veteran, was out there. But we need to see better execution defensively. We need to. We've seen this defense play better this season. We have against better offenses. The Eagles are a good example of that. It was a really bad day today. Clint Kubiak just dialed up a lot of stuff, and the Seahawks executed it at such a high freaking level. Finally, I want to talk about the special teams. McLaughlin was a stud. Kicks the game-winning field goal. He's so back, right? He's so back, and we do love to see that. Josh Williams was the main kick returner today. I don't know why. If it's just because they wanted Cameron Johnson as a receiving option, but I don't know why. I don't know why we did not see more Cameron Johnson as a returner today, because he's pretty good. Also, by the way, just in note of the defense, They only punted once today, and it was inside the 20-yard line. So it's not good for your defense when you're only forcing one punt. Now, to be fair, the Bucs only had to punt twice today, and Riley Dixon did have a punt that did go at the 1-yard line of the Seahawks. Now, they did go all the way down and get a 99-yard touchdown drive. Again, not good for the defense, but Dixon did okay punting today, all things considered. Good, I guess you will say. Very good to get that punt down at the 1-yard line. But here's the issue I have. On that punt that got down to the 1-yard line, and I may do a film review about this, I don't know, we're going to have to wait and see. Dixon was literally saying, guys, we only have 8 people. We only have 8 people. Get another guy out here. Get another player or two out here. And then the guys are scrambling to get out there because they don't know who's supposed to go out there and who's supposed to do what. And then they're getting ready to snap the ball because everybody's trying to get set. The play clock is ticking down. 3, 2, 1. You have one of the blockers saying, snap the ball, snap the ball. He's doing this hand signal. And they do snap the ball, right? I'm so sick of the poor coaching, the poor awareness of this special teams. It's execution. It is field awareness. And Dixon had that great punt, and that's awesome, right? But I am so sick of the flubs on special teams that are almost costing this team big moments and plays. I'm so sick and tired of it. They need to take a very legitimate look at Thomas McGaughey and what in the world this team is doing on special teams, because this is all absolutely inexcusable stuff, okay? Absolutely inexcusable. I'm starting to run out of patience, and I'm usually a pretty patient guy. So I can only imagine what Todd Bowles is going through at this point, because a lot of this stuff is so basic, it is so standard, and it is absolutely inexcusable that they are messing this very basic level stuff up. Okay? Very basic level stuff up. Okay? So look, I'm incredibly happy the Bucs won. I'm incredibly happy the Bucs won, okay? But to say that this team does not have stuff to work on would be crazy, right? It'd be crazy. I'm not even saying anything about Todd Bowles. I'm not saying anything bad about Todd Bowles. I'm talking about Thomas McGaughey and this special teams unit that I'm running out of patience with, okay? We've seen this defense play better games than they did today, okay? This defense, it was just poor execution. That is what it is, okay? That is what it is in terms of poor execution. We need to see the defense play better going forward. We need to see kickoff coverage and punt coverage still go out there and continue to play better going forward. The offense looked phenomenal today, and that was awesome to see. That was awesome to see. And I know some people are going to say, hey, the Seahawks defense was really bad today also. That's no excuse for your defense to be bad. It's just not. I mean, in my opinion, you can't, that's just not a reasonable thing to say. They won. That's awesome. It shows the grit. It shows the culture. I'm going to make a video tomorrow talking about the culture of this football team, because really this culture is great in terms of fighting and scrapping and stuff like that. I want to see what Todd Bowles says after the game, because this defense needs to start improving going forward. Today was just a horribly executed game. In special teams, dude, we still need to figure out special teams. So that's it. That's it, man. Bucs win. That's awesome. And I'm happy about that. I'm very, 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 very happy about that. And a win is a win, but it's another ugly win, dude, where the offense looks great and we just can't see more wins as a complete football team. So, hey, 4-1, that's awesome. I love that. Yummy, yummy, yes, please. Let's see more going forward. Let's see more wins going forward.